Welcome to the Deep Dive. We cut through the noise, bringing you clear, actionable insights on things that, well, really matter. Today, we're plunging into something I think is truly transformative, building courage and bravery. We're working from this fantastic practical guide. It offers not just theories, but a really clear roadmap, actionable steps you can start using, like right away. So our mission for this deep dive is to unpack how you can systematically kind of cultivate courage. And this isn't really about being fearless, right? It's more about blending these essential mindset shifts with concrete daily actions. Think of it like a shortcut, maybe. A way to face challenges head on, grow stronger. A real pathway to personal transformation that feels less like a massive struggle and more like a skill you're actually building. Let's dig in. Okay, so let's unpack this. Our source gives us, I think it calls them pillars, 10 fascinating pillars, ways to approach bravery. It's not just about one big heroic act, is it?
Oh, absolutely not. No, the guide really emphasizes these aren't just, isolated tips you pick and choose from. Instead, they actually form this holistic framework for building courage. Very much like developing any other complex skill, really. It's about a consistent, intentional approach.
Right. And the very first pillar, like right out of the gate, is acknowledging your fears,
Yeah.
not avoiding them. The source puts it so clearly.
Yeah.
You can't fight an enemy you refuse to see.
Yeah.
It really hammers home the power of just naming that fear.
Yeah.
Even just writing it down. It's like that act alone, it starts to strip away its power somehow.
That's such a critical first step and often overlooked, I think. Most people, instinctively try to push fear away, ignore it, suppress it. But the irony is that's like trying to wrestle a shadow, right? It only gets stronger the more you fight it directly that way. Naming it shrinks it. It's that moment you shift from being the fear to observing the fear. And that shifting perspective, it's incredibly disempowering for the fear itself.
hmm Okay, so next up, pillar 2. We're encouraged to take small, calculated risks daily. The guide uses this really powerful analogy. Courage is built like a muscle through repetition. So yeah, it's not about jumping off a cliff. It's about doing one small thing each day that kind of nudges you out of your comfort zone, like speaking up in a team meeting when you'd normally say quiet, maybe, or trying out a new skill you've been putting off.
Yeah, that analogy is brilliant because it points right to that principle of progressive overload, like in physical training. And the emphasis on small, calculated risks, that's key for sustainable growth. It stops you getting overwhelmed, it builds momentum gradually, and it ensures you're consistently expanding your comfort zone, but without, hitting a wall. It's about proving to yourself day after day, okay, I can handle a little bit more discomfort.
Okay, pillar 3. This one suggests we visualize the best possible outcome. Fear often makes us imagine every single failure scenario, right? But courage, the source says, actively imagines victory. It actually recommends spending just a few minutes daily picturing yourself succeeding in whatever it is that scares you, feeling it.
Right. And this isn't just like passive daydreaming, it's active mental rehearsal. The psychological benefits are really robust. It effectively prepares your mind for success, creates a mental blueprint, sort of, like a rehearsal for your brain, which makes the actual experience feel less daunting when you encounter it. Though the pitfall sometimes is not engaging enough senses, or maybe only visualizing the outcome without mentally rehearsing the process of getting through the challenge. You need to feel the grit too.
Okay, good point. Pillar number 4 is a great one. Surround yourself with brave people. The source literally states, courage is contagious. It highlights staying close to people who take bold actions. It really makes you think about who's in your inner circle, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Your social environment. It isn't just background noise. It's a powerful accelerant or sometimes a brake on your own courage. Role models don't just show you what's possible. Their actions create this sense of normalcy around courage, and that can significantly boost your personal bravery, your confidence. When you see someone you respect push past their own fears, it makes your own feel a little less insurmountable.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, 5th pillar. Focus on purpose, not fear. The idea is simple but really profound. When your mission matters more than your fear, you'll push forward. So this means connecting your actions, even the scary ones, to a bigger why, something that truly motivates you. How does that really play out in practice?
Well, a strong sense of purpose gives you this intrinsic motivation, and that can be far more powerful than the immediate discomfort or anxiety of fear. Think of it like a magnetic north for your internal compass. When you have a clear why, maybe it's for your family, a deeply held value, a career goal, that purpose acts as a powerful override button for the fear response. It gives you a compelling reason to push through the discomfort.
An override button. I like that. Okay, 6th pillar. Reframe failure as feedback. The fear of failure paralyzes, the source says. Which, yeah, it really can. So instead, It encourages us to view mistakes not as like final judgments on us, but as stepping stones, guides toward improvement. This goes against so much of what we're taught, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah. This is classic growth mindset stuff, but it's deceptively simple. Most people, I think, they get it intellectually, but they don't internalize it. The real power comes when you genuinely view every stumble as data, as information telling you what to adjust for next time, rather than a condemnation of your ability, right?
Yeah.
That truly fosters resilience. It transforms potential setbacks into these invaluable learning opportunities.
Okay, seventh point. This is all about preparation. Prepare and train for what you fear, the source advises. It states directly, preparation boosts confidence. The example they use is public speaking. If it scares you, you practice repeatedly until skill simply replaces that fear.
Exactly. Preparation directly correlates with competence. And when you feel competent, your natural anxiety about a situation drops significantly because you trust your ability to navigate it. It's not about eliminating nerves entirely, that's probably unrealistic, but it's about giving yourself this robust foundation of skill and readiness so that when the moment comes, your competence can, hopefully, override your fear.
Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Pillar 8 introduces the 5-second rule. The idea is when fear hits, you count backward 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then you just act before your brain have a chance to talk you out of it. That sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? Like, does it really short-circuit the fear response?
It actually does remarkably well. The brilliance of this rule is how it short circuits that overthinking, that procrastination loop. Our brains are hardwired to protect us, right? And when faced with uncertainty, they'll just flood us with reasons not to act. Hesitation. By forcing immediate action, counting down like that, it bypasses the amygdala's initial fear response and pushes you into doing the thing before the rationalizing brain creates that endless stream of excuses. It's like a physical override for mental paralysis. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Ninth pillar, strengthen your mind and body. The source states there's a direct link. Physical fitness improves mental resilience. A strong body, it argues, often leads to a stronger mind, better equipped to face challenges head on.
There's a really deep physiological and psychological connection there. Regular physical activity, we know, reduces stress hormones, improves mood, and it builds a sense of self-efficacy, that belief in your own ability to succeed at things. So when you feel physically capable, physically robust, it directly translates to greater mental fortitude when facing challenges, whether they're physical or purely psychological.
Right. And finally, the 10th pillar. Celebrate every act of courage. Even small wins deserve recognition, the source emphasizes. It's about rewarding yourself for facing a fear, no matter how small the action felt at the time.
And this is critical because of the neurological basis of positive reinforcement. When you celebrate, even just acknowledging it to yourself, you release dopamine, which essentially trains your brain to link courage with positive feelings. This makes it far more likely you'll repeat those courageous actions in the future. It's how you literally start to rewire your brain to seek out opportunities for bravery rather than shying away.
Okay, so we've got these 10 pillars, but after exploring all that, what does this mean for daily practice? Because like you said, the source doesn't just leave us with concepts. It gives us a specific daily plan for you to follow, integrating all these principles, making it real.
Yeah, this is where the rubber meets the road, as they say. The guide lays out this daily plan as a practical, repeatable routine. It's designed for consistent progress, making courage building a habit, not just an occasional heroic feat. It takes the guesswork out of it.
So let's start with the morning. The guide says this is all about mindset setup. 2 steps. First, you take 5 minutes, just 5, to identify a fear for the day. Could be small, like speak up in that team meeting, or, I don't know, ask a stranger for directions, something specific. Then, you spend 3 minutes on visualization practice. Close your eyes, imagine yourself succeeding at that task. Really feel the confidence, the relief, maybe the pride of doing it.
This highlights the intentionality, right? Starting your day with that mental preparation. It primes your mind for action and success before you even step out the door. It sets a clear intention for the kind of day you want to create. It's proactive.
Okay, then midday. This is when it's all about courage and action. You take one small, bold step, the thing you planned that morning. And it says use the 5-second rule if you feel hesitation creeping in. And remember, the mantra is progress, not perfection. Just doing it is the win. The source also includes an optional, but it says powerful step. Practice physical bravery. This could be a quick workout, maybe a cold shower if you're brave enough for that, or trying a challenging exercise, all designed to train your body to face discomfort calmly.
Yeah, that immediate application of courage right in the middle of the day is absolutely crucial for solidifying new behaviors. You planned it, now you do it. And the physical discomfort training, that's an excellent point you raised. Intentionally facing physical discomfort like a cold shower or tough exercise, it trains your nervous system to stay calmer under stress.
Yeah.
And that resilience translates directly to handling psychological challenges better. It's surprisingly effective, that mind-body link.
Okay, and then as you wind down in the evening, it's all about reflection and growth. 3 steps here. First, you write down the win. Even if it didn't go perfectly, you write down that you took the action. Yeah. Focus on the effort, not just the outcome. Second, if it didn't go as planned, you reframe any mistakes. You write down how you'll improve next time. Takes the sting out, right? And finally, you celebrate the courage. Give yourself credit. Treat yourself. Tell a friend. Maybe mark it on a courage tracker if you have one. Acknowledge it.
The role of reflection here cannot be overstated. It's absolutely critical. This is where you consolidate the learning, solidify these courageous habits in your brain. By actively reflecting, learning from the experience, good or bad, and engaging in that positive self-reinforcement, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're making brave acts feel more automatic and less daunting over time. It closes the loop.
And to really build that muscle, to continually expand your comfort zone, there's one more piece. A weekly progression. This is what the source calls the weekly upgrade rule.
That's right. It applies that principle we talked about earlier, progressive overload, just like in physical training. You gradually, intentionally increase the difficulty of the courageous acts you take on. This ensures continuous growth without overwhelming yourself. It's a systematic way to ensure you're always challenging yourself just enough to grow, not so much that you quit.
And the source breaks it down for you, makes it really practical. Week 1, it says focus on low-risk actions, like engaging in small conversations with strangers or trying a new food you've been hesitant about. Simple stuff. Then, week 2, you move to moderate challenges, maybe asking for help when you'd normally struggle alone, or public speaking, but in small, comfortable groups first. And by week 3, you're aiming for bigger leaps. Things like negotiating something significant as a salary, a project maybe, or finally confronting a long-standing fear you've avoided for years.
Exactly. This systematic, incremental increase in challenge ensures that you are continuously growing and stretching your comfort zone. But crucially, in a way that feels achievable, it builds confidence step by step rather than causing burnout or that feeling of failure. It's a ladder, like you said earlier, not a cliff jump.
So there you have it. A really powerful, practical framework for building courage,
Yeah.
straight from the source material we looked at. These aren't just abstract ideas, are they? They are actionable steps you can start implementing today, maybe even this afternoon, to fundamentally transform how you face challenges, one small, brave step at a time.
And if we just connect this to the bigger picture for a moment, it raises, I think, an important question for you, the listener. Beyond just overcoming specific fears, what if the consistent practice of these small, brave acts doesn't just make you more courageous? What if it fundamentally shifts your sense of who you are, leading you to live a life that feels more authentically yours, simply because you dared to take one small step at a time? Something to think about.